Welcome to Life Planning 101, brought to you by Smart Money Group and Kennedy Financial Services in Eastland, Texas. Tune in every week as we share important information to help you and your family live life on purpose. Insurance, investments, legacy and tax planning, and much more. All covered now on Life Planning 101.
Here we are with another episode of Black and White Market Minute on Life Planning 101. Matt Ervin and Aaron Kennedy with you today in office, trying to enjoy some of the air conditioning. It's a warm day.
Oh, yes it is. Summer's here.
Summer's here. Baseball's over. Now we're switching our gears to rodeo. So,
good time.
Fun times. But
I can feel the dust on me and cake don't sweat. The smell of horses.
I can't wait. So, but enough about the good stuff. Let's get to the great stuff. Aaron, tell us what's going on in the market this week.
Market's been incredible. Absolutely incredible. You're looking at it. You know, the S&P 500's up 11.9 for the year. NASDAQ's up 33. That's fantastic.
That's pretty amazing.
The Dow, on the other hand, was negative yesterday. We moved into positive territory today. Small caps were the same thing, negative. Most value funds, quality value, doesn't matter. Any kind of safety is basically flat. But the market's up. And this is, we've been really looking at, it's a term that we use, it's called breadth. Is everybody participating in this market rally, or is it very few? You know, and there's several ways you can look at it. New highs, new lows, what kind of percentage of the market's doing that. But digging into it, you've probably heard a lot of noise over the last 7 to 10 days about AI. And that is what is moving the market today.
So tell me what's changed about that. I know we don't have a lot of time today, but AI has been on the verge forever.
Yes.
So what broke in the last 7 to 10 days that all of a sudden now it's on the cover of every magazine?
Well, we had ChatGPT come out and go live.
Okay.
So the public is getting to see it. They're getting to use it. There's new AIs of AI. I mean, different languages talking to one another. So it's becoming useful, and it's in the news every day. So
it's not just a pipe dream anymore, where companies are talking about their 5 and 10 year plan. It's actually here.
It's here.
Yeah, and to that point, I think the attorney we worked with, Kyle Post, was talking about they were putting that front and center for papers. He teaches at the college, and he trying to make sure students aren't using it in the wrong way. So
yes, crazy things. You know, I was saying 7 to 10 days, but NVIDIA came out and put out their earnings, and it was a lot better than everybody thought. So I think NVIDIA's up 30% over the week.
That's just in a short hurry.
And going back to that breadth, NVIDIA by itself has been 4.6% of the return of the S&P 500. 4.5. Meta, that's another one that's doubled. Everybody was calling Zuckerberg crazy when he was going to the goggles and
the metaverse.
The metaverse. Well, that has contributed 2% to the S&P's return. 2%. So NVIDIA's at 4.5, Meta's at 2, Tesla's moved the market by 1, Microsoft's up 2.75, Apple 2.8. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 6 companies has contributed 15% of the return of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is up 11.9.
So
remove that.
Right. So if you're talking, is everybody participating? It sounds like there's six players at this game.
Yes.
And then the other players are pulling down.
And nothing else is really doing anything. Nothing bad. There's not a whole lot of movement out there other than these, let's just call them FOMO stocks. The fear of missing out. And people are just piling into this. Yeah. It's very exciting. Assets are moving up, account values are looking better, but it's a little bit worrisome how expensive that part of the market is getting again. Yeah. It's like 2022 never happened. We're just as expensive as we were.
Well, that's not great. When we look at that, the NASDAQ is a common, growth tech index, right? when you look at what that did in 21, it probably rallied the most.
Yes.
When you look at what it did in 22, it was the hardest hit.
Oh, yeah.
So even this, we talk about trying to get paid to wait and ride out some of the volatility. Well, this is looking good this week. I mean, I'd like to say it keeps on the way up, but it, one little GBT hiccup, who knows where it's going?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Usually when we're having big rallies, we want to see everybody participating. Mm-hmm. I think everybody's heard me say when the market's good, a monkey throwing darts can make money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no monkey making money right now.
No.
Because his darts aren't hitting those 6 stocks.
That's right. That's right. Well, and it did. I was at 19 that there was a very concentrated few that drove a lot of the market, and everybody buys in and like it's never going to end. And this could happen again because everybody's talking over the fence. Well, I got in this or I got in that. That's the momentum factor, right?
That's the momentum factor. How long can it keep up? And everybody says, let's going back to NVIDIA, and if you don't know that company, that is produces semiconductors. Probably the number one company in the world on their technology. And their technology is what's really driving this AI, their chips. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and he's in the industry, and he can see orders of what the cloud computers are doing.
Oh, wow.
And he was telling me that NVIDIA, they got 18 months runway of people just ordering. So we can see the demand right there.
Right.
And that's to help push this AI. Mm-hmm. So if we have AI running our entire country, it'd be possible. Hey Siri, make me a reservation for the pizza place down on the corner. Boom, done.
Right.
AI.
How many people's phone off this podcast are going to be ordering pizza?
Yeah,
in about 5 minutes?
that's exactly right.
Don't send us the bill, folks.
But we have the technology. We have NVIDIA that can drive the technology. We have the real estate to house the technology. One thing that he said that really made me step back is we don't have the power
to
drive it. Energy. Look at Texas. Texas, we all know that we're not in the strongest shape for our energy needs.
Right.
During that cold snap not too long ago, we really got to feel it.
Yep.
Really hasn't been addressed. The rest of the country's in the same boat for electricity and needs.
Mm-hmm.
How you charging your car?
Right.
How you driving this AI? We need electricity, and we need a way to get it efficiently and quickly and cheap. Wind is not the answer.
Right.
Solar is not the answer. We need some kind of nuclear. Nuclear would be probably the best.
Yeah.
But the exciting part of this is our country has a need, a real need. Okay? Where does technology usually spring up?
When there's a need.
When there's a need. So I think it's probably time to start digging around and finding out what emerging company out there is helping address this.
Right.
We've seen it came out not too long ago. Was it the fission or the fusion?
I think it's fusion.
Fusion.
Where the whole is more than the sum of the parts.
Yes. So the technology's coming.
Mm-hmm.
How do we address it? How do we use it? How do we get it to market? So that's really, really exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting, and I think it's important to remember just a piece of that, though, right? So you can get excited, and I think that's what's happening a lot. You talk about people buying into this.
Yes.
They're dumping everything in, and what goes up must come down. So I think this is there's a lot of momentum behind this, but it's not something to go all on black or all on red.
So NVIDIA, I don't know it off the top of my head. Last time I looked, it's an expensive stock. So for every $1 that NVIDIA makes, you're gonna pay $150 for it.
Yeah, just to say you own it.
Yeah, go by the market. You can pay 18. So this FOMO, makes us all feel good, but just for NVIDIA to get back to average, what is that? We got to drop 70%.
That's right.
Just to get the average. I'm not saying it's going to do that. I'm not saying that at all. Market drives it and it can grow into it. But I'm just trying to put out there how expensive it is.
Right.
And NVIDIA can continue to grow 30% a year and perform fantastic. But if people start selling it, the stock can come down just from that PE perspective and nothing else change.
Right.
So
that's good.
Small pieces. Make sure you put it together right.
Everything,
not everything on black.
Right, but that's exciting. Obviously we're seeing some green, we're seeing some movement, some activity, and that gives us hope, right? Because it's been kind of a long groundhog winter, and we're not out of the woods yet by any means. But sometimes a pat on the back is what we need to keep going. So
that's exactly right.
You better keep your head up out there.
What is it? The sentiment indicators. We can go out there and see what people are feeling about the market. There's several companies that do that.
Yeah. And
to your point, that can drive the market.
Right.
If everybody's excited, it doesn't really matter because we're all looking forward.
Right.
So if this continues, there's so much cash on the sidelines. There's enough ammunition to keep going.
Yeah.
We just need to see a light at the end of the tunnel.
That's right. So keep your head up, folks. We appreciate you very much, Aaron. We're going to get wrapped up today. Any last minute words for us?
No, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah.
Enjoy the summer. Enjoy your family.
Yeah. Everybody be good. This wraps up today's episode of Black and White Market Minute on Life Planning 101.
Thank you for joining us for Life Planning 101, brought to you by Smart Money Group and Kennedy Financial Services. If you have questions, you can email them to lifeplanning@kennedy-financial.com. Be sure to tune in next week for more Life Planning 101. The opinions expressed herein are those of the firm and are subject to change without notice. The opinions referenced are as of the date of publication and are subject to change due to changes in the market or economic conditions and may not necessarily come to pass. Any opinions, projections, or forward-looking statements expressed herein are solely those of the author, may differ from the views or opinions expressed by other areas of the firm, and are only for general informational purposes as of the date indicated. Securities offered through Calton & Associates Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Smart Money Group LLC. Kennedy Financial Services and Smart Money Group LLC are separate entities and are not owned or controlled by Calton & Associates Incorporated.